What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. Recently, I was watching a Lindie, I never know how to pronounce her last name, Botes or Bots, Lindie Boats, Lindie, you know who Lindie is, video, and she was doing her journal for 2020, and I'm not doing that, but what struck me as cool was she made a list of all the languages she had studied, and then she picked out the, I think, 12 that she wanted to focus on. And I thought, what an interesting concept to really sit down and break out everything that you've studied just to see what it is. So what I did is I sat down and I looked at all the languages that I have dabbled in, and I'll get into, there's a little bit of a break, but I'll get into that, and I want to just kind of discuss that. So here we go. Now the first couple, it started out with the stronger languages, but in no particular order. Obviously, I speak English, but I don't count that because I've never studied it. I guess I technically did in school, but one is Spanish, two is Esperanto. Those are my two strongest languages, and I would probably, honestly, I'd probably put it that way now. I used to put Esperanto over Spanish, but I haven't used Esperanto in probably over a year, so my Spanish is probably the best. Then Japanese. My Japanese isn't great, but it's something. And then we just kind of go from here. Chinese Mandarin. I've not studied Cantonese. Like, I guess you could almost count it. I've kind of briefly, like, listened to Cantonese, but never actively studied. Korean, number 5. Number 6 is Vietnamese. Still very passionate about Vietnamese. Maybe one day I will sit down and actually try to learn it, but Vietnamese is definitely one of my favorite languages. Russian, number 7. Number 8 is French. Number 9, Romanian. 10, German. Also, these are no order in which I've studied either. These are just as they came to me. And then I went through Duolingo and looked at all the ones that I'd done and just trying to get a list. 11, Norwegian. 12, Italian. Now, Italian I've not studied extensively. I did a 3-day language jam thing, and I studied it for 3 days, and it was a really, really fun language. I'd like to eventually get more into that, but 13, Portuguese, 14, Swedish, 15, Dutch, 16, Polish, 17, Hebrew, 18, Arabic, which is actually what I'm currently, Japanese is my current, but Arabic is also, like, those are the two that I'm studying right now. 19 is Indonesian, 20 is Czech. And from here, it kind of breaks into languages that I've literally dabbled in, like maybe a day, maybe done a single lesson, but it's languages I've looked into. 21 is Turkish. 22 is Greek. 23 is Hindi. 24 is High Valerian. And I didn't look into that because I think that's a Game of Thrones language. I've watched, I think, the first 2 episodes of Game of Thrones. It was fine. I just have never sat down and watched it. But I watched it because it's a constructed language, and that really, really, really interests me, which also gives me another language to add on here. 20, so those 24 High Valerian, 25 Hawaiian. I did the video a while back testing Duolingo's Hawaiian, and that is a beautiful language. Absolutely. I would love to get more into that. It's just not super high on my list because there's not a lot of people that speak it. 26 Navajo. Again, that was testing it out. I did a test for, I think I did it on my channel, testing it out for Duolingo, and I didn't really care too much for it because there's no sound. And any course that doesn't have any sound gets a big negative for me. 27, Hungarian. 28, Swahili. 29, Ukrainian. 30, Urdu. 31, because of Lindie, Afrikaans, which I would love to learn. And a lot of that has to do with Lindie because of how great of a person she is, and I thought it would be cool to kind of study her language. And it's a very cool sounding language, and it's super close to English. And 32, the one that I added because I forgot about constructed languages, is Toki Pona. So 32, I've studied 32 languages, and I can speak 2 to a conversational level. And then there's several that I can jibber jabber in, and then the rest are not. So not a high percentage. But that is it, man. I wanted to do that list. I would actually like to see more people do this. I don't think that's what Lindie wanted out of her video, but it's what I took from it. And the rest of her video was fantastic. Her ability to do notes and stuff is honestly probably second to none. She's very, very talented with that. I can't keep a notebook. I try to, but I really like this idea because it really puts in perspective how much time I've spent within languages. So let me know. I'm not going to set a challenge or anything like that, but let me know. Do sit down, write a list, make a video, tag me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. Well, I don't have a Facebook. I have a Facebook for my other stuff, but not for this. But at Seabolt TV. No, at Seabolt Speaks. At Seabolt TV is my other one. At Seabolt Speaks, and let me know because I'd be interested to see what you all have. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully this video was, I don't know, somewhat entertaining to you all, hearing me ramble and listen to all the languages I've studied. And let me know. Like I said, tag me at Seabolt Speaks if you do this so I can watch the video and respond. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.